I just got done reading perhaps the most bizarre story of the leopards ate my face since the beginning of Trump's second presidency.
So Adam Mockler just exposed one of the most brazen corruption schemes we've seen yet from Trump's second term. We're talking about a $276 million crypto extortion case that shows how even international fraudsters can't out-corrupt the Trump family. This gets wild fast.
One of the largest beneficiaries of Donald Trump's corruption, a Chinese-born crypto billionaire named Justin Sun, who, invested somewhere from $50 to $100 million in Donald Trump's World Liberty Financial right as Trump was taking office. Well, this crypto billionaire is now suing the Trump administration, saying they wrongfully extorted him.
This is textbook Trump corruption, selling access and regulatory relief for cash. Sun paid up to $100 million thinking he bought protection from SEC prosecution. What he didn't realize is that Trump's family sees every transaction as the opening bid, not the final price.
The problem is, everybody in this situation is a scammer, both the Trump administration and Justin Sun. In this case, it was like there's always a bigger fish. Justin Sun thought he was going to get one over on the Trump admin, but they scammed him back. Let me lay out the timeline and lay out the utter corruption going on here.
Justin Sun isn't some innocent victim here. He's been running pump and dump schemes for years. The fact that Trump's operation managed to out-scam someone who is already under federal investigation for market manipulation shows just how sophisticated this corruption network has become. That $3 billion wealth gain in 9 months is unprecedented for a sitting president. The timing is everything. Launching Trump Coin 2 days before inauguration wasn't coincidence, it was strategic monetization of presidential power at the exact moment maximum hype would drive investment.
So, as I said there, Justin Sun was being investigated by the SEC under Biden for market manipulation. You can look this all up. The investigation is out there, and he definitely did what he was being accused of doing. The SEC investigation was going very regularly until Donald Trump took office and announced Trump Coin, Melania Coin, and then his broader company, World Liberty Financial, run by his sons, Dumb and Dumber.
The SEC investigation going quiet immediately after Sun's investment is smoking gun evidence of pay-to-play corruption. Biden's SEC was actively pursuing this case for market manipulation, then Trump takes office, and suddenly federal law enforcement backs off completely.
So, World Liberty Financial gets a $50 to $100 million investment. Some say it was $40 million, some say it was $75 million. I remember the initial report said it was about $70 million that Justin Sun had invested into World Liberty Financial. And then all of a sudden, the SEC investigation was frozen. The Security Exchange Committee, which investigates security fraud and market manipulation, stopped investigating Justin Sun. For someone that wasn't allowed to step foot in the United States for years, he was all of a sudden allowed to step foot in the United States. Trump was profiting and everything was going well.
Sun was literally banned from entering the US for years due to his fraud schemes. The moment his $70 million cleared, he's suddenly welcomed back on American soil. That's not regulatory policy. That's a purchased presidential pardon in real time.
Then, it seems like, if his story is to be believed, his attempt at, corruption got thwarted by an even larger fish named the Trump admin. After he invested his first, $30 million or so, they told him if he doesn't keep dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into World Liberty Financial, they were going to basically expose his regulatory, mishap. They're going to expose his corruption. I'll find the wording in just 1 second, but he was so corrupt, the Trump admin decided they can out-corrupt him and get leverage over him.
This is classic Trump extortion tactics. Get someone compromised, then squeeze them for more. The family learned they could use their regulatory power as leverage to demand hundreds of millions more after the initial investment. Pure presidential racketeering.
Justin Sun said he lost out on $276 million when the Trump-backed company blocked him from cashing out an early investment. Let's run through this very quickly. Crypto tycoon Justin Sun sued the Trump family's crypto adventure, accusing World Liberty Financial of criminal extortion. He says his money was frozen by them. The lawsuit, filed late Tuesday in a California federal court, said Sun remains an ardent supporter, but World Liberty financial managers, quote, see the project as a golden opportunity to leverage the Trump brand to profit through fraud.
That quote from the lawsuit is devastating. World Liberty financial managers seeing the project as, quote, a golden opportunity to leverage the Trump brand to profit through fraud. That's Sun's own legal team calling it fraud in federal court documents.
He's giving an insane amount of charitability to Donald Trump, who is very clearly leading this fraud scheme, very clearly is leading the fraud from the top down. I mean, the name is Trump Coin. His sons lead World Liberty Financial, the crypto exchange. So Trump is trying to leverage his own brand for profit.
Exactly right. Trump's name is literally on the cryptocurrency. His sons run the exchange platform. There's no plausible deniability here. This isn't some rogue operation using his brand without permission. This is Trump directly monetizing the presidency through crypto schemes.
Then they began to pressure him to invest more and invest more and invest more. And when he refused to, they essentially froze all of his money, and now he is suing for corruption. Sun says that the alleged threat was, quote, a pressure tactic that itself qualifies as criminal extortion.
Trump's been running extortion schemes his whole career, but now he has the full power of federal agencies behind the threats. When World Liberty Financial says invest more or we'll report you to authorities, those authorities work for Trump.
I am glad that he got screwed over, but this also just goes to show there is always a bigger fish as it pertains to corruption within the Trump administration. There is always going to be somebody more corrupt than you. There is always going to be somebody at the very top who wants to get you. And that is what many of these people have found out, whether it's Justin Sun, whether it's Kristi Noem, who, did a $220 million ad buy, whether it's Pam Bondi, whether it's Kash Patel nowadays. They are all finding out that Trump's corruption is the only one that goes in his administration, and the rest is not okay.
This pattern extends across Trump's entire operation. Everyone who thinks they can buy influence discovers Trump keeps raising the price. Cabinet appointees, donors, foreign investors, they all learn that access to Trump requires constant payments, not one-time investments.
Sun claims the company pressured him to buy hundreds of millions more in new coin and retaliated when he refused, even threatening to report him to U.S. authorities. He says the project used the Trump brand to profit through fraud. Notably, Sun previously paid a $10 million SEC settlement over fraud allegations after the SEC paused its case because he invested in World Liberty Financial. Corruption, corruption, corruption down to the bone, and we will continue to call this out.
Even after paying a $10 million SEC settlement, Sun still got extorted for hundreds of millions more. That settlement shows the corruption was already proven, yet Trump's team saw it as evidence they could squeeze him further. Absolutely shameless presidential racketeering.